Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel. So it is Tuesday actually here at our house, May the 9th, and I thought I'd sit down and do a Tuesday talk since I didn't get a chance to host the Monday night meetup. This month, for the month of May, I am attending a discipleship class in my church. I'm the discipleship coordinator, and we disciple every other month. Where we just do like little mini group meetings, and it's not necessarily special interest, but it's say like for me, money management is very important to me. So I might say, hey, I want to host a discipleship teaching people how to budget and how to plan and how to effectively use their money, and I might host it on a Monday night at 7 o'clock till 8:30. So different ones will submit a proposal on what they want to help with learning or teaching for that month, and we do it every other month. And what we feel like is that it's going to help us, help those of us facilitating the groups teaching, but also help each other in the group learning and growing together. You know, for me, financial stability is very important for my family, and we have gained a measure of that definitely over where we were 8 years ago. And I want to help others learn that, at least learn to where I am. Perfect, no, but I'm learning and I'm growing. And every day, choices about what to do with my money are just as important as choices about what foods to eat are on Weight Watchers for me. So that's where I'm getting to on my journey is, hey, is this necessary? Is this not necessary? Can we live without it? How's this going to affect our overall bottom line? And I really just want other people to experience that with me as well. So usually when I teach a class, it's either on money management or it's on prayer. Those are two very important things in my life. And so those are the things that I teach. So anyway, I'm doing the Monday night discipleship class, and it's the Ann Voss Camp's 1,000 Gifts, and it's so good, y'all. I've cried for 2 weeks because it's just so good. And she was just talking about living your everyday simple life thankful to the Lord. That's kind of the premise of the book, and the way the Lord designed it is that he's still good in any time, the good times, the bad times, the indifferent times. And so it's hitting me on that level of I never want to lose thankfulness for what God has done for me, who he is to me, and who he is pulling me out of myself to become. Because, you know, just in and of myself, I can't become anything, but who I am through him is just so making me a better person. So anyway, that was going on last night, and I still could have done the meetup. I still could have done it. It wasn't awfully late when I got home, but we were still working on homeschool extremely late. And Miss Gracie had just had her surgery yesterday. I picked her up right after I got off work, and I really just wanted to spend some time with her, let her be settled and not stressed, and get some good rest. And she really was just so clingy yesterday. She kind of laid around most of the day, but she wanted to be with mama. I mean, she's just like my kids. She did not want to be with the kids yesterday. She did not eat very much when we brought her home. I was able to get her pain meds and her antibiotics on board, but really she just took in a little bit of water. She probably went out a couple times, and she just slept most of the day and all of the night. I actually, when I was getting up to get Jack to take her out this morning, was when she woke up. Normally she's just watching me asleep in the mornings. So just jumping right into it, a friend of mine, really good friend of mine who comes over and helps train the puppy, picked her up yesterday morning so I would not be late for work. I took her over to the vets, dropped her off, made sure I knew everything I needed to know. I called the vet about 3 because they told me we could pick her up about 4, so I called about 3 yesterday to see how she was doing and if she was pretty much done. So they said she was done. You can pick her up at any time. So I zippity dipped on over and picked her up. Her surgery went well. There were no complications. She did get her little belly shaved some, and so for the next 2 weeks She is supposed to remain quiet as a Labrador Beagle can be. She does have dissolvable stitches. You know, there's just a little incision mark. So we're really trying to just keep her not opening that incision. You can tell she doesn't feel good because she is just kind of lounging around. And, you know, she kind of was walking a little bit funny or sitting different. And Jackson said, Mom, why is she sitting like that? I said, well, honey, she just got her tummy cut, so she probably is very uncomfortable at the moment. She did sleep all through the night. Seemed to be no pain, or she wasn't making any noises or crying or anything. This morning we got up, we took her out. She did eat a little bit this morning. We got more meds on board. She's pretty much been herself during the day. She's laid down quite a bit though as well. I'm assuming it's kind of wearing off of that anesthesia. She played with her toys a little bit. So she pretty much is just on the mend. We felt it most important to get her fixed because, you know, having one dog is, it stretches our budget a little bit. But mistakenly or some kind of way, her getting pregnant would not have helped us out. So it was just better for our family to have her spayed and not have to worry about possible puppy mix-ups or mess-ups or whatever. We were not planning to breed her, and we were not planning to have a dog. A friend of ours was getting rid of a dog or needed a home. He needed a home for her, and at the point we were at in our lives, we felt like, hey, we could give her a good home, but we do not need multiple dogs. We are good with one. So that worked out real good. And she's just resting now. I had to get a few things done today, so she is resting still. The kids are all resting. It's 5:30, 5:45 in the evening, and they're sleeping because they're tired, because they get up early and they rip and run and they're tired, so they're asleep. And they will still go to bed at 8:30 or 9 because that is how we roll. But they really needed their rest. We spent a lot of time at Taekwondo during the week, and we spent a lot of time just this place and that place. I mean, their schedule is my schedule. So if you've ever wondered how in the world do I do all the things that I do, my kids do the same things with me because we are together all the time. So they are tired. Because we're at this place, we're at that place, get your bag, let's go here, get the dog, we gotta, you know, that's just, we have church, we got this, we got music, we got, you know, it's everything. And so that is really how their life goes. And I know that I'm usually tired. I'm not able to rest during the daytime, but if they are, I pretty much just want them to do that, get themselves refreshed, and then they're ready to, you know, pick back up with their day. We still have a little bit of homeschool for Alana. I had to actually get her a book from the library today to help with her language arts. So she has a unit on The Hiding Place by Corrie ten Boom. So I ran over to the library and picked that up for her today. And so we have a little bit of work she has to do with that. So just a couple things. I'm going to have some coffee because I love coffee. Just a couple of things from last meetup to this meetup. So on Thursday evening of last week, I took my white belt test at Taekwondo. And so when you're testing from belt to belt, you have to do your belt material, all your kicks, all your strikes, and then you have to break 2 boards with your hand strikes and 2 boards with your feet strikes. And I mean, it was a tough test, and I'm just saying, I was like sweating, and I get really nervous about it. And when I signed up originally for Taekwondo, it was just for the exercise. I've been working out 3 days a week with a trainer, and so I was just trying to put in a little bit of cardio because I'm already getting 3 days of strength training. I do most strength training at the gym and then was not getting a lot of cardio in. So I said, well, let me do Taekwondo because it wasn't a lot more expense for me to take with the kids. So I just jumped right in. But I really never had any plans of testing, just of being in there to get the workouts in. Well, that's not how it works. if you're in this belt category, then testing means you test to the next category. So I was in there on Thursday, and I didn't realize, because in the adult class, you pick your day. This is the week we're going to test, and you pick which day you want to do it. Well, there are several people in my class, but most tested on Tuesday and then some on Wednesday. I was like, well, I can't do it till Thursday. And Thursday of last week, my knee swole. My knee swole up. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is the last day for adult testing. I've got to figure it out some kind of way. So I said, well, I'm going to go in there and do the best I can. So I went in, and fortunately for me, there was another dad in there, and he was testing as well. It's actually my realtor that sold me my house. We didn't realize at the time that we met, because he was a referral from my sister, that our kids actually took Taekwondo at the same place. We got sitting down and chit-chatting really quick, and he says, do you go over here with your kids? And I said, yeah, I do. And he says, well, my kids are over there. I was like, oh my gosh. And we have become really fast friends with his family. His wife also homeschools their children, and then, you know, I homeschool my kids. So we have all become really good friends, her and I more so, but he's a really nice and super gentleman. And then my children were invited to be on the special teams, which is like a tournament team, and their children were also invited to be on the tournament team. So we are always together. So I was thankful. We don't normally take classes because he does morning classes and I do evening classes, but I was thankful that somebody else was in there with me, and it was not just me. And so I only had to do white belt material. He was testing for his red belt, which is one belt short of the black belt. So he had to do white, orange, yellow, green, blue, 5 different belt materials, and all the kicks, all the blocks, all the jumps, everything. And he had like a hamstring injury. He was fabulous, because I'm sitting there going, oh my God, oh my God, I'm nervous about my test, my little portion. And I'm watching this other parent, because normally as a parent, you're out in the thing, in the audience cheering on your children. And it's not you, but as the parent student, it is tough. It's like, oh my word, I didn't realize all that was going to go into this. So watching him test was huge. He was nervous just like I was nervous. But anyway, at the end of it, we got our scores, passing or whatever, and he did tell us we worked really hard and that we both passed. And so the other gentleman, you're supposed to say yes sir to everything that they say, and the other gentleman master was talking, and the other gentleman just kept saying yes sir, and I was so nervous and my brain was so fried. And at the end he says, you both passed, and the other gentleman said yes sir, and I said amen. I was like, oh man, that was the wrong thing. I'm sorry. I didn't know. But I was just so nervous, and I was like, oh my God. And my kids were out there watching me, and they're my teachers, and sometimes they're not very nice to me. So anyway, that was good. We have our actual ceremony on Saturday to get our new belts where we advance. So I'm now going to be an orange belt, and going into an orange belt, one of the moves is a jump front kick. And because of the injury I sustained to my knee, I have a few reservations about doing that move. And that brings me to my knee. So I went to the ortho this morning. I took off from work to go to the ortho. About last week, probably Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, the knee started bothering just a little bit more than what it had been bothering. And I'd already previously went to my doctor like the week before, and I said, hey, I sustained this injury in Taekwondo. I'm not real sure what I did, but I know I did something in there because it's just not right. So she refers me over to ortho. I was happy with that. And so they call me. They say, well, you're going to go see this orthopedic. I got to see a physician's assistant, because that was the quickest appointment I could get in. And they said, well, we're going to send you for an x-ray first, and then you go and see her, and then we'll decide from there. So I got there this morning, and I went to a different location than where I normally go, and I went to 3 different offices before I finally got it right, y'all. It's too much. The lady's like, we don't have you on our list. I said, yeah, I got a call and everything. She says, who are you looking for? And I told her, and she says, oh, okay, go out this door, go across the hall. So I went across the hall, and they said, who are you looking for? I said, I'm looking for this person. Okay, go out this door, hang a right, go all the way to the end, and it's on the right. Now, I'd already passed that when I came in the first time, went all the way down to the left, and I was like, oh, my goodness. So, anyway, I ended up finding it, went over to x-ray. They did x-ray. They took 3 different x-rays of my knee in different positions. So, one with my knee just laying flat, straight. Then I had to curve my knee over, kind of like lay it down. This is my leg and this is my knee. And then one with the knee just kind of, sitting up. So when I went in to see the physician's assistant, she pulled up the film. She touched my leg and, did a few little tests, and she was going right up where the knee was, and she was pushing in there, and I was like, ooh, see, that's not going to work right. But she would do the bones and move around the ankle and, move the leg up and down. None of that hurts, just right in that little knee place. So she pulled up the x-rays and she said, well, let me just see how much arthritis you have. So she pulls up the x-rays and she goes, And she gets close and she says, come over here and look at this. I have a little bit of arthritis just around, just a little. It's nothing to be concerned with at all. But inside where the knee kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but like, where the thing is there's a fracture in there. It's just a little small fracture. It's not like a hairline because it's a little bit thicker than that, but there's a fracture in there. And it's called a fracture of the tibial spine. And it says that may indicate that I have an ACL injury as well, and they recommend me doing an MRI. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to do therapy for about 6 to 8 weeks. I'm probably going to try to go once a week or once every 2 weeks, because therapy for me with my insurance is like $85 a visit. And I do not budget that into my budget because I have not needed therapy since I had the sciatic episode a year ago. So I'm going to have to figure that into the budget for the next coming up weeks and months, at least for the next 2 months. So they recommend 2 to 3 times a week, and I just cannot do that. I'm going to try for once a week and once every other week if my budget will only let me do that. And that's just how it has to be for right now, because I'm not going to incur bills. I'm just going to take it much easier on this knee. Anti-inflammatories. And then I go back to her on May the 30th. So if for some reason it's still painful, then we're going to look at doing the steroid shot. And if that is the route we have to go, then we'll do that, and then she'll schedule the MRI if she feels like I still need that, because I feel like there's just something underneath in there. She said that there may be a meniscus tear in there. I'm not real sure all of that, but I do not want to be in pain. I do not want to be on medication, and I do not want to have surgery. So I'm going to do my very best to keep my knee therapy like they tell me, and the anti-inflammatories like they tell me, and prayerfully, because I'm praying that the Lord will heal my knee. So that's all I know about that at the moment, and I'm just going to go with it and believe the Lord that He is going to do what only He can do and heal me. And I just believe that. Should He choose not to instantly, automatically heal my knee, which He gets that choice, and I do end up having to go for surgery, then I believe that the Lord will speedily recover me. I will have a speedy recovery from that. Whatever is the plan of God for my life is the plan of God for my life. So I'm going to be diligent and do what she asked me to do. She did not restrict my taekwondo. She did say I can do taekwondo, but there's no impact with my leg. So she does not want me to use the bag. I'm assuming that means boards as well. So I'm going to do a lot of just air strikes. I can still do air strikes. She just doesn't want my leg impacting anything. And then I've worked it out with the master that I'm doing a little bit like lower I'm not pushing my leg. I'm doing what I can do. I'm not just not doing anything. I'm just not doing anything that's going to hurt me further. No lower body workouts at the gym, so I'm still able to do my upper body, which is pretty much what I've been doing over the last 6 weeks since I had the injury, because I just wasn't sure what it was. But now knowing that, I don't want to further stress it. She said surgery would have probably been the first option were I younger and doing sports, but since I'm not younger and I don't need that for sports, we're going to try more medical interventions and therapy before we go into surgery. So I wanted to tell you guys that and let you know. I know several of you have asked about my knee and how it's doing. I just knew something was not right in there, and I'm thankful to have gotten it checked out by now. Okay, so a couple other things that have been going on around here. We were working on some school, and Alana says to me, Mom, something's wrong with my computer. This is my face. What's wrong with your computer, Alana? Well, I thought I told you, but Gracie ran into my computer and the little piece that goes into the hole broke off. The little piece that goes into the hole broke. Of the new charger I just bought because Gracie chewed the last charger. Okay. So, and all you can do is like shake your head like, really, y'all? Really? The power adapter, that very little piece on the end, on ours it's black. Just that little piece on the end got stuck inside of the computer and we could not pull it out. And it pulled off of the power adapter. So I ended up having to take it over to the computer shop, and the computer guys were able to kind of pull it out. So I ended up having to buy her another charger off of Amazon. They did not have one at the computer shop, so I ended up having to buy her another one. It was like $20 and then another $7 for shipping. So that's the second charger I bought her in the past 2 months, because Gracie bumped into the last time she chewed it to death. This time I don't believe it was her fault. I think it was just a simple accident of the computer being in the wrong place at the wrong time, and that is just what happened. So I went over there and I did that, and the night before I had been recording YouTube videos and editing YouTube videos, and I have an external hard drive that I use to save all my files, all my YouTube files, but really, you know, that's kind of not important. All my school files. I am the recording secretary of a state association. All of my minutes for the past 10 years are on this external hard drive. And I'd been working on it just fine the night before. I get to work the next morning. I'm getting ready to use that because I need to pull up some files, and my hard drive is singing to me, singing, beep, beep, beep. I'm like, what in the world is this noise? Because I've never heard this noise before. So then I put my ear down and I'm like, is that my hard drive? So I get another laptop. I was at my desktop, get a laptop from my front of my classroom, plug it in, beep, beep. This is me. Y'all, my external hard drive will not read in my computer. Will not. Won't, will not, has not, cannot, is not going to read in my computer. All my files from the last 10 years are on there. This cannot be happening to my life. But let me tell you something. When you, and I know some people won't believe this and understand this, but when you make a determination in your mind to do something for the Lord, and do something because of the Lord, not for the Lord, but because of the Lord, the enemy is going to use any and everything he can. The computers, the dog, the kids, anything. And so for me, my biggest push around here is to get out of debt. Now, I said when I did my budget video that every extra dime I got, I was going to try to funnel towards my student loan so I could pay that off. Well, I've already had to buy a computer cord, so that was $30 more that I could not put towards the student loan. And just for the guys at the computer shop to be able to see if they can extract my files is $50. Then, if they put them on a new hard drive, the new hard drive is $90. So that's another $170 that I could put towards my student loan that I'm going to have to put towards getting that flash drive. Now, why would I do that? Because 10 years worth of my life is on there. 10 years worth of the association business is on there. Now, I have hard copies, but I don't want to have to, when I pass this job along to the next person, because I will not be doing this job forever. At some point, my tenure will run out and somebody else new will take over. I don't want to have to just say, hey, I don't have any files for you. I would love to, because that's how it was passed to me. I got it with nothing. Just a bag full of files, 2 bags full of files, and I was like, oh my word, overwhelmed. But I don't want to do that to somebody else. I want to be able to say, well, here are all the files with the official minutes, all the errors are out, and everything is like it's supposed to be, and pass it along. So I'm going to, I've been able to go into a couple of my teacher groups and find my lesson files. So those are good for a couple of my classes that I teach, although I like my files. But all of my YouTube files, all of my minutes are still there, and I must retrieve those. So I'm going to wait for a couple of weeks and see if I can get up the money to get it done. And I'm also going to be pricing different external hard drives to see if I can find them cheaper. On Amazon, they're still about $50 or $60 or $70, just depending. And I'm going to go for the terabyte just to make sure I have enough. But I'm also going to be then saving to the flash and uploading to my Google Drive, just so I have it in 2 places, because I cannot have this happen to me again. So that's just how it is. My coffee table, the one that someone gifted to us that we've had now for almost over a year, is biting the dust. Like the pieces are separating. The top wants to come off, so we can't move it. We actually have to kind of like, you know, jimmy rig it to the side if we need to vacuum the floor. So it is biting the dust, and I'm going to be looking in a thrift store to see if I can find a replacement table for that. So I'll be doing that over the next couple weeks, and I may have to do some updating to it. But the one we have now is it's on its last legs. So that's going to be another purchase. That's not an important right now purchase. If I find something that's in a good budget, then I will. If not, then I am not going to be able to do it. Now, the curtains for the kitchen, I did not, it's in the daytime, so we got a lot of sun back here, but I have not replaced those darker curtains here in the living room yet, the gray ones with shears. I'm leaving it just like it is for now. But I was able to find at Kohl's the curtains that I like, red. They were $14.99, and then I was able to get a, was it 15% off for joining their rewards program or something like that. Something like that. And then, so I got the red curtains, and then I also got towels. And I got 4 towels. I got 2 for the kids' bathroom, 2 for my bathroom. Because it's just us here. We really rarely have guests. But as I transition things, I just happened to be over in Walmart, and they had similar colors for like less than $3. So I thought, let me just pick up 2 or 3 more. So I got 2 more for my bathroom and 2 more for their bathroom, and then some hand towels. I mean, face towels that were pretty thick. I didn't want the ones you could just kind of see through. They're probably not the best or highest top quality, but for what we need, it would be okay. Some of our towels are threadbare or getting that way. We've had them for years and years and years and years. And I'm just going to slowly make that transition out. So I have gotten the curtains and the towels. Let me go back to the curtains real quick. Because I got such a good deal on the curtains, I was able to get a tablecloth, a vinyl tablecloth for the table. And then I bought 2 turquoise, like plastic vases from the Dollar Tree. And I actually got some faux flowers and put them in. And we set our table in the kitchen. And it just makes our kitchen look so much different. I'll try to put a picture in here if I can. And I do have a video of that process. It's still not up yet because I'm having the problems with my flash drive. So I've had to film that, transfer it to a smaller flash drive. Now I'm trying to transfer it back to my computer so I can edit the video. So videos may be coming out a little bit slower because I'm going through 2 and 3 and 4 steps, just trying to get things up. One thing that's kind of really big on YouTube right now is the Fly Lady. And I will say that 8 years ago, when I was going through my transition into being a single mom, I felt in my head like I lived in chaos. Now, I've always been a tidy person. My grandparents just raised us that way. We never got an opportunity to sleep in. We were always up cleaning, cooking, working in the yard, or doing something. So I am a good housekeeper, but I was just frazzled with everything that was happening in my life. And at that point, I actually found the Fly Lady. So it's been about 8 years. Another swig of that coffee. Hope you have yours. And the systems seem to help my brain think, and I have loved her systems. So I don't do full-on Fly Lady, and that's just because I'm always cleaning my house. Cleaning the house to me is therapy. Like some people need retail therapy, and there are days when I like to go to thrift stores and do that. But for me, I get my cleaning products out and I just start cleaning something. I don't even know, just cleaning something. But the one thing from Fly Lady that I do believe I must implement is the swish and swipe in my bathroom and the kids' bathroom. And that's simply because we never know when we're going to have a pop-up visitor, and I always want their bathroom to be clean. I have 2 boys, and their bathroom is the main bathroom. And before, when I lived in the small apartment, I actually switched bathrooms with the kids. I put them in the master bathroom that had an ensuite, and I took the little small bedroom with the main bathroom being the guest bathroom. So I always knew that the bathroom was kind of tidy a little bit. I hardly go in their bathroom now, but I need to do better. I do need to go in and check to make sure that things are appropriate, that it smells good, that sometimes there's toothpaste globs and things in there, and I'm like, really, y'all? Really? That they sweep the floor, and we have the steam mop. Now we can just make sure that everything is sanitized. So I do think that I am going to add in the swish and swipe to my routines for the day, because I can't necessarily say that I'm just going to do one zone and not clean the rest of my house. That's just not how I think. If I'm in an area that needs cleaning, I'm just going to clean. I don't have a lot to declutter because really I just don't hold on to things. Some things I do. Like I've got some paper clutter right here that I just need to go through. Lots of magazines and different things. I need to cull those. But I really feel like I am going to implement the swish and swipe in both the bathrooms. And for that, I'm just going to get a stack of towels for both bathrooms, about 7 days worth. And then I'm actually trying to figure out what kind of container I can use, that I can use some solution and have the swisher. Because right now we use the Clorox wands that attach to the end of the thing. And to do that every day, that would be very expensive. So I want to do something that I can do that's already pre-made. I can stick the little toilet brush in, and then it can be further sanitized. But I don't want to get anything that's opened, because the puppy, sometimes she will get in the bathroom, and I don't want her to find it and start to drink it thinking it's something she can have. So I am working on a solution for that, but I am implementing that probably starting next week, because I haven't found all my material pieces yet. Couple things. Pure Flix. We actually like to watch Pure Flix versus Netflix, and we like Netflix, so don't get us wrong, we do like that. But what I've been able to realize is Netflix doesn't always some of the language on Netflix shows might not be are not appropriate for children. And so when we switched over to Pure Flix, I've only think I saw one video that might have, one movie that was playing that might have had something that I had to just cut it off real quick. And I know people say kids are going to hear that stuff. You can't shelter your kids from everything. And that's so true. but I don't have to expose them early if I don't feel that appropriate for our household, and I don't. So we did switch over to the PureFlix, and we really like it. $7.99 a month. My son actually pays for Netflix, and we're able to watch his Netflix because he uses that. My older son pays for that, and he does not. Maybe he didn't know about PureFlix, but he watches his movies on there or whatever. But for us, so I found a couple new movies this month that I want to try. One is called Miracle in the Woods, and that has well, now I can't think of her name. Miracle in the Woods, and there's another one called Island of Grace. Those are two movies that I want to watch this month. New YouTubers that I have been finding that I'm loving. One girl that I like who does kind of cleaning videos and vlogs, just kind of like I do it, my style. Her name is Paige Danielle, and I think she's from North Carolina, here just like I am. And I found her while watching, I think, Love Meg. But I really like her. She's got a southern accent just like me. And so we're just kind of like in there together. So it works out really well. I like her cleaning videos. I like her grocery, probably more her cleaning videos than the grocery hauls. But she does those kind of videos like I do. Some of my faves or things that I really, really love. I love the Pioneer Woman. They have she has 2 bacon dishes that I saw a lot more at the end of Christmas season, and they're really kind of like deep and long. I love the beautiful colors in those. So I'm going to be looking for those. I haven't seen them in my Walmart lately, but I just really like those. Okay, this week we had the Super Doubles Blitz. It started on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Today's the last day. I knew I would shop on Sunday. I wasn't sure that I would shop on Monday or Tuesday. But some of you lovely subscribers have sent me coupons. Thank you so much. I mean, from all plate Michigan, Texas, Tennessee, New York. I got some from New York this one time. Oh my word. I mean, Ohio. I've gotten coupons from everywhere. I'm like, woo, I'm winning, y'all. I'm winning. And, of course, my little neighbor friend, she still brings me coupons every week. So it is helping our family. So I did shop on Sunday. I shopped Monday, and I shopped Tuesday. Now, we can only use 20 coupons per day at our store. But they were a Super Doubles means that they will double your coupons that are $2 or less. They will double. So my $2 coupons doubled to $4. My dollar coupons doubled to $2. My $1.50s to $3. Because most people can't understand how I can feed my kids on $40 to $60 a week. Well, because they double my coupons up that are 99 cents or less every day. So I'm at least going to get $2 savings on a 99-cent coupon, $1.98. It's doubly better for us when they do the Super Doubles. So I try to shop as much as I can for Super Doubles, and I usually use 60 coupons. If they have it as a 3-day blitz, I will try to shop for 3 days so that I can get as much as I can. The biggest things I was able to get this time were feminine items. Feminine items in a household of women are just so super important. And I was glad to be able to grab those up for pennies. I mean pennies. So if you haven't caught any of my Super Double videos, they are up, except for the one for today. I'll put that up in a little bit. But today I was at the grocery store at a different Harris Teeter than I normally shop at. I was in town because I took my car. So I'm going to say this. I took my car in to have a headlight restoration. I did not realize that I was unable to see when I was driving at night. I mean, I felt like I could see. I turned the lights on and I saw some brightness and I could drive down the road. But I didn't realize that there was this cloudy film over my headlights. It's just, and I didn't think about checking it. It never dawned on me. Well, I know a gentleman who owns a detailing shop, and so I got an appointment in, and it only took an hour. I mean, my headlights look really good now, because before they looked really bad. And I dropped the car off. My daughter is here, because she's leaving for China next week. So she is here, and so she drove over with me and then took me over to the Harris Teeter. It's not the Harris Teeter I normally shop. I go to my store in the town that I live now, and I go to the store I used to shop at when I lived in town because it's close to where the kids take Taekwondo. Always great, always friendly staff, very helpful, and I really enjoy those two stores. But I happen to be in a different store today. But the one thing I really didn't like about this store was this little section right here. And I'm going to try to let you see it. So if you can see this, it says evict coupons, regular manufacturer's coupons, double coupons, evict savings, total savings, and then right here it tells me my total savings. So on today's shopping trip, I saved 62% of my money. If I hadn't had coupons, I would have had to pay that full amount. And that's tough because groceries are expensive. So I was excited to see that little piece because, you know, you're trying to figure out, well, how much exactly did I save? My regular grocery store does not have that little feature where it can tell you the percentage of savings, but I did enjoy that. Tonight was supposed to be family share night here at our house. But because of some unforeseen things with some of the other families, we are pushing our family share night to Thursday nights. And that's just like a little small group where people come over and we have a meal together or whatever it is we're going to do. I usually open up the garage and let the kids run in and out. And we've got 2 scooters and we've got a couple bikes out there. And we're actually putting together, Sister got like this Barbie doll house for, I don't know if it was exactly a Barbie doll house. It might have been the offshoot, like the fairy house or something. I don't know. It's not pink, but it's kind of rainbow colors. And some kind of dream house. And we're going to put it together because we have some little girls that come over. One's 5, and then we have like a 2-year-old, and then another little baby. And they actually go out and play as well. So we're going to put that up so that the kids, the little girls, will have something to play with. And then if Alana wants to play with them, she can. And if she wants to ride scooters with the boys, she can. We have Nerf guns in here, and the kids just nerfing each other to death, and they loving it. I've got Nerf bullets on the roof of the house. Don't ask me. I'm planning to get them off, but I'm hoping the breeze will roll them down. But my entire whole life is making it easier for somebody else. And so if people coming to my home and there are toys out and games and things for the kids to play, we have table out there where we put out art supplies that the kids, you know, mom and dad or whoever is here is inside chit-chatting, and we may actually move outside and do some grilling out or whatever. But I just want to provide that for the kids. You know, everybody wants to have a good time, so let's, you know, give them something they can do, and just have that for them. So it's our pleasure and our privilege. We have not gotten the house up since Christmas, but I thought we're getting this thing up. And Alana's got, you know, there's certain dolls she does not want anybody to play with, and we're okay with that. Those are her special dolls. But this is something that the kids can, you know, the little girls can play with. And we're going to just make a space out in the garage so that they can do it. I'm actually going to be trying to get some movies streamed out there so we can actually put it again, projected onto the wall, so we can do like the drive-up movie theater in the garage, and the kids can bring out their little chairs, or we might have some boxes where they can just decorate their boxes and they can be at the drive-in, and we'll do some little cute little, oh, this is an idea, y'all. I'm getting an idea. Those little baskets you get at the Dollar Tree that have the 2 sides. You can put the drink and the snack and the whatever and the little candy or whatever. They can sit it on the side of their box and just have the movie night. And we have a lot of kids in our neighborhood that are, you know, when they see my kids out or other kids out there, will usually come over and play. So that's what we're going to try to be working on for the next couple months. Summer's coming, and it'll be really good to get out and meet our neighbors and do things fun in our neighborhood. So anyway, that's what's happening over here at our house this week, or from last week to this week. We hope you're having a good week at your house. Anyway, that's what's going on at our house. We are just moving right along with our week. There's about 24 more school days of school before we're out for the summer. very excited about just being able to be out and get finished up with homeschool and do some traveling with the kids. And we have so many things around our area just that we can see that we've never seen. So I think me and the kids are going to actually go out and experience some of our area. We actually went on I took the kids on a date the other afternoon, and we had a great time. We sat, we laughed, we chit-chatted, we ate lunch, and it was fun. And, you know, I'm going to do some things that I haven't. Y'all, okay, so I forgot to tell y'all this. Y'all, okay, so you know I'm having trouble with my knee, right? Okay, but a friend of mine, we work together, asked me, did I want to go dancing? And I love to dance. I mean, I am a dancing machine. No, I'm just kidding. I really do love to dance. But I didn't realize that we were going ballroom dancing. And he dances. He used to have a studio before he moved here, where he would take in like inner city youth kids and bring them in and teach them to ballroom dance, and just as a way to help and serve his community. And so I couldn't make it Friday night because the kids belt tested on Friday night, and both of them moved up their belts. So Alana went from yellow to green. She jumped a belt, no stripe. And Jackson went from blue to blue stripes. So next belt for him will be red, and red will take him before his black belt. So Jackson's really progressing very fast. So anyway, we couldn't make it Friday. I couldn't make it Friday night because we actually stayed for the black belt testing, and those people work hard. There was one adult, 4 kids, and one of the little guys was going for his 2nd degree black belt, and he was one of the kids. And they work hard. So because I want people there to support my son when he does his test, we stayed and supported those people as well. And it was amazing. They did such a great job. So I wasn't able to make it on Friday night, but he called me the next day. He said, hey, you want to go tonight? I said, sure, I'm not doing anything. Just whatever time, let me know and we'll do it. So he came over and picked me up, and we went over to the little town over next, and we went ballroom dancing. Now, here's my thing. I just went because he asked me to go. It's not something that I do. I've never done ballroom dancing before. But he's a really good dancer. And so he was explaining the rules of etiquette to me, and he says, well, the men will usually ask the women to dance, and you can dance with anybody. So we got there, and I think we were the youngest group. We were the youngest 2 there. Everybody else was significantly older than us. And my friend just went around to every little lady, and he just said, you want to dance? You want to do this one? And every dance, there's like 10 dances, I think he said you do, and you just pick up on the beat that tells you which dance you're doing. So I danced the waltz, I danced the foxtrot, I did the cha-cha, I did, what else? I did West Coast swing. I don't remember. I think it was West Coast swing. That's a favorite. I like the upbeat, fast ones. But the gentlemen all were very good at teaching you, because a lot of times when you dance individually, you're leading yourself. But with ballroom dancing, you have to allow somebody else to lead you. And so my friend, when we're doing a faster one, he would hold my hands, but I would only like hold a couple of his fingers, because, and even with just holding a couple of his fingers while he was holding my hands with those fingers, he could move me this way or move me that way, just how you would feel him move. And all of the gentlemen, I danced with 3 different gentlemen, my friend, and then 2 other. Don was one. I don't remember his last name, and he didn't tell me. And then another gentleman, he didn't tell me his name, older gentleman, very sweet. But they would tell you, okay, to the left, back 3 steps, up slow, back right, whatever the movements were, they would do really a good job of helping you figure out where you needed to go and what you needed to do. So it was an overall great experience to go and do that, and just do something I've never done before. And I was telling my friend that, I have not had a lot of experiences in my life. I've lived a very sheltered life. I grew up with my grandparents. They were significantly older when I went to live with them, 55 and 60. So we didn't do a lot. We stayed on the farm. We raised the animals. We worked in the garden. You know, I am just a homebody. But I'm getting out and I'm doing some things, and I appreciated him for inviting me to get me out of my comfort zone. And it was very good to be able to do that and just have a great time. They had little snacks and little drinks over here, like sodas and water. They had no punch or anything, but soda and water and some little Chex Mix or whatever. So it was fun to do. My kids saw me dressed up. They're like, "Mom, so where are you going out? Where are you going, Mom?" You know, because I'm always here. And when they saw it was my friend, they were like, "Oh, have a good time." You know, because we work together. We've worked together now for almost the last 4 or 5 years, 5 years maybe. I'm just a really nice person. We are just really good friends. We thrift together. We just, you know, we are good friends. But that was fun. So anyway, I think that's all we did. I'm hoping that's all we did because I can't remember anything else we might have done. Did some cook ahead meals. I'll try to get that video up if I can. Couple of house projects coming up. I'm going to be working on. I've got the bookshelves all done, so I'll be working in my bedroom doing the bookshelf in there. And just some, I'm pulling out of my closet. I'm paring my closet down one more time. I have a lot of black items in there. I don't have a lot of colors in there. So over the summer, and as I continue to lose a few more pounds, I'm going to try to update that wardrobe so that there's a little more color in there. And it's not all so black. But other than that, that's where we are. I was down another pound this week. So now I was at 212.2. I've had 2 people tell me just in the last couple of days, "Oh my goodness, you look great." You know, my pastor said, "Shakema, you're really coming down. You are coming down." And I was thankful for that. On Sundays, we're back to Sundays socials over at the church. So every Sunday after church, we all go over to my pastor's house and we eat hot dogs. And they provide the hot dogs and the buns, and everybody else brings a side or and a drink. So a lot of the items I bought for coupons will be going over for the Sunday socials. And actually, we did not get a chance to celebrate Jackson's birthday. So I asked if it would be okay for me to bring ice cream. I was going to do ice cream and cake, but I didn't want to do all that because I knew I would have some of it. So I ended up just bringing ice cream, and then we got chocolate sauce and caramel and cones, and we did like an ice cream bar. And the kids loved it. The adults loved it. I think that was the best dessert part of it. So I was happy to do that for Jackson. And, you know, because everybody brings their little kids, he had kind of a party. And without me having to really spend the expense except to buy the ice cream. So I was happy to do that for him. And, yeah, so I think that's pretty much it for the Tuesday talk. I will try to make sure that I get the Monday night meetups back going. If not, it'll turn into a Tuesday talk. But anyway, if you have sent me something in the mail, coupons, just a kind note, words of encouragement, thank you. If you have prayed for my family, thank you. If you have commented on our videos, thank you. I do try to get back to as many of those as I can. Sometimes it just takes me a little while. Know that none of you are taken for granted. I'm so excited to be able to see your comments, and it's almost like we're building a little community because I remember so many of you. I'm like, "Oh, there she is again. Oh, hey, thanks." And you know, I'm excited and encouraged to just be in your life and have you in our life. Somebody told me, they said, "Hey, I wanted to send you something." And here's the honest truth, and this is what I said: just having you with us is enough. It really is. Because I never got into YouTube for money. I never got into YouTube for gifts. I never got into YouTube for anything. I asked the Lord to give me a voice for his people. And this was a medium he opened up. And I actually have been on YouTube for close to 2 years, and for a year and a half never worked YouTube. I mean, I did a little bit here and there, but I didn't do a lot because I just didn't know. And I'm learning every day as I go and as I grow. And it's been really good. But I didn't know a lot. I still don't know a lot. I'm not claiming to know a lot. It's going to be okay. But I never want people to think that I'm out here to get from them. I'm out here to give out of the abundance of what God shares with me for other people, because it might help somebody else. I got a little note in the mail from one of my subscribers today, and she shared a piece of personal information in there, and it just clicked so simply, because we share that in common, and nobody, knew that. I didn't know, and she didn't know. And I'm going to send her an email, and we're just going to chit chat about life, and just, hey, this is how I've dealt with my issues, or this is how God has brought me through. So I am here just to be a voice of the Lord and say, hey, if God does it for me, he'll do it for you. So I just want to thank everybody. The coupons mean the world to us. It helps us eat. The different things that might come. It could be something for the kids, or even if it's just a kind note. I know on the note I got today, it says to Shakema, Alana, Jackson, and Gracie. They included the puppy. She's an important part of our life, and it just means the world to us to have you in our life. So we hope that you feel that and understand that from us. Again, really, having you people are my gift. And I tell people that quite often. You are the gift that God chose to give me. And for that, I am truly thankful. So until the next time we sit down and chit chat or meet up, thank you for stopping by. If you like our video, give us a thumbs up. Just let us know you liked our video. If you haven't subscribed, hit the red subscribe button. We love to keep you around. And also hit the little bell so you never miss an upload from us. So until the next time we have a Tuesday Talk, bye.